everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming. If you're new here, I'm Carlotta and you are at Franken Beans Books, or my channel, whatever. And today I thought I would record a quarantine book haul. Now, let me preface this. This book haul has been heavily influenced by book talk, like TikTok, but book talk, you know what I'm saying? Also like Goodreads reviews, like new releases, just it's this entire pile right here. It's a lot, but we're not going to go in any particular order of like when I got them or what I've read or what I haven't read. I'm just going to like start grabbing and going. I will say some of these I don't know too much about. Some of these I've already read, so you know, we'll see. I'm not going to do any spoilers for any of the books I have read. I will do a July wrap-up or like quarantine wrap-up video at the end of July or beginning of August type thing, so keep an eye out for that. So this is just a haul. We will start with the book I'm currently reading, which is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So this book is a book written in verse. I've never read a book written by Elizabeth Acevedo before, but I'm currently literally halfway through. It's so good so far. I love the way the verses are written. The story is about two girls, one living in the Dominican Republic, one living in New York City, and their father dies in an airplane crash. They don't know about each other, and the story is basically them adapting to the change of their father being gone and discovering each other and what that all entails. Like I said, I'm halfway through. The naked cover of this, like, are you kidding me? It's so pretty. Like, excuse me. I do have another book by her. It's also in this little haul. And also the book of that is just gorgeous. Okay. Clap When You Land. Loving it. Next. Daisy Jones and the Six. I haven't read this yet. I'm planning to read it on audiobook, and like read along with it. I've heard it's really good. I've also heard some people didn't love it as much as others. It's essentially about a band. It's giving me like Fleetwood Mac vibes in the sense that like two of the bandmates were in a relationship or want to be in a relationship. Things happen, band falls apart, you know, you gotta roll with the punches. But I haven't read it. Don't know when I'll get to it, because obviously my TBR is crazy long. But, you know, I have it, so we'll get to it at some point. It'll happen. So, that's that. I'm gonna try to make a pile. Next. We Were Liars. I have been recommended this book so many times by friends, by family. Booktubers have talked about it. It sounds, I don't know too much about it except that they're on a private island and stuff goes down. Because it says, we live at least in the summertime on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. So something happens, obviously. Shit goes down. We don't know what yet. I'm very excited to get to this book. It's probably going to be higher up on my TBR just because I want to read it so badly. And like, I'm in that kind of mood of like, what the hell's going to happen type thing. So I'm excited. I will probably say a lot on this video. Excited. So I'm sorry. That's We Were Liars. Next. Mexican Gothic. So I got this in my book of the month for July. Haven't read it yet, but I loved the concept. I love I think it's the 1950s. Maybe? Yes. It's set in the 1950s in a mansion in Mexico. I'm Hispanic. I loved the concept of like Mexican Gothic. I don't, what am I trying to say? I don't often find books with Hispanic heritage, I feel like. And the fact that this was like a Gothic thriller horror thing, maybe not horror, but like thriller, I'm intrigued. Haven't gotten to it. but I'm excited. Also, the cover is gorgeous. What does the inside look like? I mean, meh. But the dust jacket, we love her. Next. Okay, this book, I really can't wait to get to. I've heard I haven't heard one bad thing about this book. Like, are you kidding me? That's when you know you should be reading a book, is when everybody on Goodreads who's been recommending it to you has said not one single bad thing. You should read it. Haven't read it yet. But all that I know about it is I think it's like a mystery or thriller. Somebody dies, but like, do you need to know more? Other than the fact that it's been praised by so many people. I'm just really excited to get to it. Hopefully this will be soon. It'll probably be this, then We Are Liars, just because I've had this longer than We Are Liars. You know, takes priority maybe. We'll see. Next. I should have done it the opposite way, where I'm stacking them as opposed to taking them away. Maybe I start a little pile of the ones I've already done. Can you even see the pile? You can't. Oh well. Next. Beach read. So I only just started book of the month in July, so this was June, one of the choices in June's book of the month, and obviously I missed out, so I picked it up. I love a good romance. I haven't read it yet. The premise of the book is they're two writers that are in a writing slump. They go to a beach house separately. They go to separate beach houses. They don't know each other. Okay, let me start because that don't make no sense. The book is about two writers. One writes like fluffy romance. The other does not. Writes more like sad, not fluffy stuff. They're both in book slumps. They go to beach houses and meet each other. They realize they're both in book slumps, want to try to help each other out, so they switch genres. And one then writes the fluffy stuff, the other one then writes the sad stuff. It's a romance. So we can only assume that something goes down on the beach. I've heard really good things. I'm really excited. Also, the cover's just so fun and like summery. Even though it was literally pouring rain this morning. It's fine. Beach read. This one's by Emily Henry. I haven't seen the authors. Oh my god. Elizabeth Acevedo, Taylor Jenkins Reid, E. Lockhart, Sylvia Moreno Garcia, Delia Owens, Emily Henry. Oops. Maybe I'll just like put them in there. It's fine. Okay. Bloom. I love a good graphic novel. I also am obsessed with like the single color palette that some graphic novels use when creating graphic novels. I just picked this up like today. I also love the cover. It's like soft. You know when they're like soft? This is soft. I don't know too much about this except that it's recommended if you like Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, that you might like Bloom. So hence why I picked it up. I'm very excited to read this. I like reading a audiobook, a graphic novel, and then like a physical book at the same time, in case I get bored with one or want to change it up. I have that option, so I always try to keep a graphic novel that I haven't read on hand. So that is this. Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah. Wow, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. There you go. Hope it helps in case you're interested. Next. Wow, this video is going to be long. Okay, we're going to try to get through it faster. With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Okay, slow down. This is the other book I have by Elizabeth Acevedo that I have yet to read. This is the naked book of that. Like, are you kidding me? That's so pretty. I feel like this effort was put into that. It's just, we love her. I don't know too much about this book except that it deals with a girl who works in a kitchen and she wants to like become a chef, I believe. And that's all I really got. So, you know, we'll see. I'm excited regardless. So, yeah, with Fire on High. Next, I have Pumpkin Heads by Rainbow Rowell, a graphic novel. So this is another graphic novel I have. I have this one and haven't read it only because I want to read it in the fall. Obviously called Pumpkin Heads, very fall themed. I mean, even the color palette with inside is very fall. And so, you know, I want to keep this around for like when there is that time of like fall mood. It actually kind of looks cute with my shirt, but the back, very cute. I don't know too much about this. I love the illustrations. I just think, can you see? Probably not. It's fine. Love the illustrations, love the color palette, love Rainbow Rowell, so thought I'd give her a try. Next, Untamed by Glennon Doyle. One of my really good friends recommended this to me on Instagram. She said it like changed her life, and if she could recommend one book to anybody ever, it would be this book. So of course I had to pick it up. One, the cover, like the dust jacket, is gorgeous. It just makes you feel all type of girly. Let's see what the inside looks like. It's a pretty blue. But you know, we could all use some like motivational stuff now and then. So I'm excited to get to this. I have not yet read it, but time will come. So that's Untamed. You can, that's the top of the pile I've started. Oops. Yeah. Next. Nope, just kidding. I guess I can include it. I bought this before quarantine, but somehow it's in the pile. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I started it. I had not finished it. It was sort of right when quarantine started that I was reading this. And then like life hit and pandemics were happening, and I just got very in my own head about things. So this sort of went on the back burner. I will be getting around to finishing it. Anyway, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey. Wow, that's the last name for sure. Just gonna go with that. Next, Stephen King, The Shining. I've read a few Stephen King books. I have Mr. Mercedes right there, but I have never read The Shining, so I had to grab it, and the cute little bookness of it. It's a classic. I had to pick it up. So yeah. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This book has been going all around BookTube and Book Instagram. There is a sequel, or like, not a sequel necessarily. This book is about Chloe Brown, who was dealing with like an illness. She's, from what I know, she recovered, or it's on the verge of recovery, and creates a list of things she wants to complete, like a bucket list type of thing. She wants to like get a life and like complete those activities. It is a romance. Look how cute this is. And that's all I really know. I know there is, like I said, not a sequel, but a character within this book. There's a book about that character that I will be picking up after I read this. But yeah, so excited about this one. I have a few more. The Song of Achilles. So I picked this up for the reading rush, my reading rush, which is happening starting tomorrow. This is the first book I plan on reading. I've heard so many good things, and then the first challenge of the reading rush was to match your birthstone. Mine's turquoise, so I thought this was kind of perfect. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to pretend like I do, except that I've heard nothing but praise of it. So that's The Song of Achilles. I'm thinking of ending things. This was a book I just finished. If you want to see my review about it, you can go to my Goodreads or my Instagram. They both have reviews. This is by Ian Reid. And it's essentially, like, this is a what the fuck book. Like, what the fuck just happened was my very initial reaction after finishing this. It's about an unnamed main character and her boyfriend, Jake. They're on their way to go visit his parents at their country farm. And the book is essentially broken down into 3 scenes: the drive to the farm, the dinner with his parents, and then a scene later on at a high school. And what the fuck? I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm not going to but wow. Very short read, less than 200 pages, I think, or about 200 pages. This book, I'm so interested to see how Netflix adapts this into like a movie. But the title is I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and the main character that stays unnamed, the girlfriend, is thinking of ending things with the boyfriend, but she keeps making up excuses onto, well, I mean, he did this, that was pretty sweet, so on and so forth. But that, the title keeps coming up throughout the book. It is like a slow build suspense thriller. And I say slow build in the sense that it's just her talking in her head a lot of the time. And there are suspenseful parts that keep you intrigued. I did very often have to put this down and remind myself that this isn't reality, and that I'm in my room or I'm outside, because you would start to think about things. And there's one scene that's pretty graphic, a depiction of on the farm, that really threw me. But yeah, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I gave it 4 stars. Go read it. We have 3 more books, and I've read all of these books. We'll start with the graphic novels, and I'll just have them up together. So this is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. It is originally an online comic that has been published in volumes as graphic novels. I have only read the first 2 volumes, both which I finished in one sitting. They are about 2 main characters, Nick and Charlie. Yes. Charlie is out as gay, not necessarily by his own willing. He was bullied, but he has since come out. And the other one is Nick, who plays rugby. And it's sort of like a coming of age self-discovery of their sexuality and how to deal with life in high school as LGBTQ high schoolers. So cute. So many times where I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Or it just makes your heart really excited. It's a really quick read. It's so heartfelt and sweet. Ones I'll reread over and over again anytime I want to feel happy. The first one has that similar single color palette that I love. The second one, I just have a black and white version. But I did love these. So I want to get volumes 3 and 4. This is 1 and 2. See, now you can kind of see the stack. Anywho, the last book I have is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. So, to preface this, I have yet to read Fangirl. And Fangirl is the book in which the main character of that book writes a fan fiction, and this is that book. Hope that makes sense. Without reading Fangirl, I don't think you need to read it, because I read it without it, and I loved this book. I gave it, I think, 4.5 stars. It's essentially about 2 main characters. It follows the perspective of a few, but 2 main characters, which are Baz and Simon. Simon is the chosen one, similar to Harry Potter is the chosen one. And Baz is it's kind of assumed that he's a vampire, so I'm just gonna say he's a vampire. And they're roommates, which was chosen for them. Their first year of school. This is their last year of schooling at Watford School. And Simon was born under normal people, so people without magic, and Baz is born from the old families of magic. So that comes with a lot of trials in its own, and I can't say too much without giving it away. or like saying something I probably shouldn't, so I'm just going to stop there. It's an amazing book. I loved it. I've heard the sequel called Wayward Son doesn't meet the expectation of the first one, but I'm still really excited to read it. I haven't picked it up yet, but this is Carry On. So that, now that I can catch my breath, is my quarantine book haul. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to pick these up. I was going to try and pretend. Okay, I figured it out. Oh no. That's my quarantine book haul. These are the books. They're falling. These are the books. If you have any suggestions of things I should add to my TBR, not that it's not long enough already, I would love to hear your suggestions. Leave a comment down below of your favorite book you got during this quarantine. And maybe I'll pick it up and read it. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with the book videos, the booktube videos I put out. I'm going to try to do every Tuesday and Thursday. And that's all I got. So I hope to see you guys soon. And bye.